Hey guys, Huntsman here. How you guys doing? So today we're going to be going over the KCI mag. It's an aftermarket Glock magazine. When I first got it, it had a hang up within, I think, about the 20s, somewhere in the 20s. So I was kicking rounds out. I haven't fired this magazine yet, but I was kicking rounds out and it had a hang up, and you'd hit it and it would clear the hang up. So I wasn't sure if it was just a burr or if it was hanging up for some reason anyway. And then so I let it settle for a couple weeks just to break in the spring. And then I did it again, hand cycled it myself just out of the mag. Actually, I'll show you a video after. And it had a hang up somewhere around, I think, like under 10 anyway. And there was a couple points where it almost hung up, just hand cycling it. So what I ended up doing was I stripped the mag apart, which if you're interested in doing that, to change the spring or just to try to clean it up a little bit, is this button right here. You press it in, and then you grab a pair of channel locks with a cloth, obviously, so you don't crack or gouge up the magazine, and you press right here because there's two tabs in here, and then that'll allow this base plate to pop off, and then you can take out the follower and the spring out of here. So what I did was I ended up just hitting it with some oil inside and out, and then wiped it clean, so there's a very thin layer of oil. It's not really good to keep your mags oiled up thick because they'll collect dirt, and rounds shouldn't be sitting in oil. So, but either way, I did clean it up really nicely. Like I said, I haven't fired it yet. We're going to put it to the test today. I'm going to fire it out of my Glock 19 because my FX9 and my AK9 will eat pretty much any magazine I throw into it. But my Glock 19, on the other hand, is a little more finicky. So, is it better to go cheaper? No, I mean, getting an actual 30-round Glock magazine would be ideal. But when you can buy two of these for the price of one 30-round Glock mag, I'm just having fun with it. I'm sure it would probably fall apart if I dropped it on the ground. But, it's just to have fun with. It's nothing that I plan on doing anything crazy with. So, yeah, we're actually going to test fire this today. I drained all the ammo out of it by hand again today. There was a couple spots that didn't hang up, but it definitely felt like a weak spring. It may have caused a jam. Who knows? Glocks will eat anything. But cheap mags do have a tendency to jam in them. You can replace these with wolf springs. The spring, it's a good spring. It's an aftermarket spring, but they're high quality or good quality. So probably some of the best springs you can get, other than OEM Glock mag springs. So, but I may eventually replace these springs with wolf springs. They're cheap enough. They're like $7 plus shipping. So, but by the time you replace these springs, you're just better off just spending the money on an actual Glock magazine. Either to the or, we're going to test this magazine out today. So, here's the video on draining it out after I oiled it. And then we'll get outside and we'll put some rounds down. So we're going to test fire that KCI mag. Let's see how it runs. Always remember eye safety and ear safety whenever you're shooting. Safety first, guys. Let's see how it runs. So we did have one failure to extract. I went to clear it, then the next round jammed. So I ended up pulling the mag and clearing the whole firearm and then resetting it all. But it wasn't down until probably like five rounds left, something like that. So yeah, did pretty good considering the fact that it's a KCI. So all I did was oil it up. I'm gonna run it a few more times. I'd probably run it in some of my FX9 or my AK9, see how it runs, and then I may replace the spring. I may not. We'll see. But putting a little oil to it did pretty good. So especially to run out of a Glock 19. So it's been Huntsman 32. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. So I did throw that KCI in my FX9 after, and it ate right through it without issues. I threw an SGM Tactical in my Glock 19 after as well, and it had a failure to extract around the same point that the KCI did. I think a lot of the issue is the weaker springs, especially when you get towards the top. And also, I was also draining the mag, so the my 19 was walking around a little bit, so I think it kicked up just a little too much. I don't know. I think it's a cross between human error and weak spring. So, but either way, this has been Huntsman 32. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. I got plenty more stuff for you coming up. We'll catch you next time.